There are three distinct ways to allocate memory for objects, such as static memory allocation, dynamic memory allocation, automatic memory allocation. Static memory allocation, where the process of allocating memory at a compile time before the associated program is executed. Dynamic memory allocation, or the heap-based memory allocation. In dynamic memory allocation, the allocation of memory storage for use in computer program during the runtime of that program. Automatic memory allocation. This is regarding with lexical scope. The allocation and declaration is automatically done. If you look at the C program structure, it basically has the following forms, such as processor command, functions, variables, statement and expressions, and comments. Processor commands tells the compiler to do processing before doing actual compilation. Functions. Main building blocks for the any C program will have one or more function, and there are one mandatory function which is called main. Variables used to hold numbers, strings, complex data for manipulation. Statements and expressions. Expressions combine variable constants to create new values. Statements can be expression assignments, etc. Comments used to give additional useful info inside a C program. Major difference between C and Pascal. Pascal is much more algo-like than C. Both use keywords. In C, built-in type names are also keywords, but in Pascal, built-in types are predefined normal identifiers. Statements for building control structures are relatively similar in both languages. Drawbacks. Use procedure-oriented programming approach. No runtime checking. No strict type checking, since we can pass an integer value for floating data type. Very difficult to fix the programming.
Let's say fourth generation language. Fourth generation language stands for report generator language, or as fourth generation language. Fourth generation language is a programming language or programming environment designed with a specific purpose in mind, such as the development of commercial business software, or in other words, an application specific language, one with built-in knowledge of an application domain in the way that SQL has built-in knowledge of the relational database domain. The term fourth generation language was, according to James Martin, first used in his 1982 book Applications Development Without Programmers to refer to non-procedural high-level specification languages. A specification language is one that enables a programming task to be performed by the construction of a set of non-procedural statements. In 1987, Grindley distinguished between a pure and a hybrid fourth generation language. Fourth generation languages are close to natural language and were built with the concept that certain applications could be generalized by adding limited programming ability to them. Fourth generation languages attempt to make communicating with computers as much like the processes of thinking and talking to other people as possible. All fourth generation languages are designed to reduce programming effort, the time it takes to develop software, the cost of software development, alter and maintain, simplicity of design and implement. Programming-like systems aimed at simplifying the programmer's task of imperating instructions to a computer. Many are associated with specific application packages, query languages, report writers, application generators. There are some characteristics for fourth generation languages. Fourth generation languages typically consist of English-like words and phrases, or in other words, more closer to natural languages. Many fourth generation languages use structured query language as the basis for operations, used mainly to manipulate databases. Non-procedural languages, such as object-oriented languages. Fourth generation languages may use a text-based environment. There are some examples: database query language, SQL, Oracle Plus, in report generators, Oracle Reporters, Link, Gembase, and for GUI creators, Visual Basic, MATLAB Guide. These are the theories and implementation for fourth generation language. Advantages and disadvantages of fourth generation language. Being specification languages, their use requires, in theory, at least no programming task. The necessary code will be generated directly from the specification. Can only address a small and very highly specialized area of development. Let's see Oracle. In order to provide an environment in which a complex system can be developed, a number of different types of pure fourth generation languages must be integrated, and further procedural programming facilities must be provided. Typical fourth generation components are end user query language, screen formatter, report generator. Data dictionaries is essential to all fourth generation environments. Now let's say fifth generation language, which is an artificial language. Emerged along with research in artificial intelligence. Most constraint based and some declarative languages are fifth generation languages, are designed to make the computer solve problem and opposed to using an algorithm written by a programmer. The idea of fifth generation languages are more popular in 1990s. In the 1990s, fifth generation languages were considered to be the wave of the future system development, with the exception of low-level languages. Japan put much research and money into their fifth generation computer systems project. Examples of fifth generation language are Prolog, OPS5, Mercury. Between fourth generation language and fifth generation language, fourth generation programming languages are designed to build specific programs. Fifth generation languages are designed to make the computer solve a given problem without the programmer. So the programmer only needs to worry about what problems need to be solved and what conditions need to be met, without worrying about the implementation. Fifth generation languages are used mainly in artificial intelligence research. The issues in fifth generation languages are allow the programmer to code complex knowledge which the computer can draw inferences from, often appear to be highly intelligent. Today, fifth generation languages are back as the possible level of computer language. A number of software vendors currently claim that their software meets the visual programming requirements of the fifth generation language concept. From time to time, vendors in the application development space have claimed fifth generation language capabilities. Most of the time, they actually sell fourth generation language with the high level of automation and knowledge base. These are the references we have got the information. Thank you.